So, welcome, Julian Daynov. You are the founder and creative director of Neudeutsch, who has a special showcase here at CIFF. Could you start off with explaining what is Neudeutsch?
Thank you so much for having me and also for being part of our incredible hosts here at the CIFF. Well, Neudeutsch itself is a creative collective showcase with the mission to basically show how incredibly well German design has transformed over the last couple of years. The word itself, Neudeutsch, describes actually a very transformative process which has been happening in German design culture and in German design language. And I'm always bringing a selection of various creatives, designers and creative directors themselves across different areas who either design fashion or work in crafts or are artists and or create beauty products and basically reflect what to me constitutes the very German, modern, contemporary take on lifestyle culture developing in Germany and throughout various creative collectives in the country. So luckily, I've been witnessing this for years and years and years in my personal path as like buyer and creative director for different stores. So I've been always having the feeling that there's not enough attention brought towards a lot of these German talents because somehow I felt there's a cliche always stamping German design as very one-dimensional, purely functional, and very pragmatically driven. So I felt this has been changing over the years, and this is why I'm happy to showcase exactly this. The very modern development when it comes to design aesthetics, cultural influences originating out of Germany and basically being able to have an impact and inspire throughout the entire world. So Neudeutsch itself has the goal and the purpose to showcase exactly that talent and to generate awareness and bring international attention, be it through media or also mostly, of course, through the buying community towards exactly these people and their works.
And how would you describe the collaboration between CIFF and Neudeutsch?
Oh, it's basically a project which started out of our hearts, I would say, because the team of CIFF and Sophie herself discovered the project on one of our previous issues in Florence, and being very driven herself and being very enabling when it comes to anything. This is how I know Sophie for years. She instantly liked the idea to also host the Neudeutsch Collective over here in Copenhagen during the CIFF. So this is how we basically came here last season for the very first time, and I'm very happy to be returning now with an even bigger show with even more brands I curated. And it's really incredibly valuable, not just for me as someone who's curating and creatively directing the project, but also for all the brands and all creatives to have the exposure at such a massive platform as the CIFF is, because it is one of the few international platforms which creates an own universe around various brands, around a lot of international exposure, and attracts basically visitors from absolutely everywhere. So anyone who is working in the fashion and lifestyle industry and is interested in discovering new brands, knowing more about what's happening in different areas of the retail landscape, always comes to Copenhagen. This is why I see this as a huge chance for all the brands I bring within the Neudeutsch Collective to generate exactly these networking contacts and first business touch point to exactly these kind of multipliers, not just media-wise, but also industry-wise. Because the idea of Neudeutsch is not only to bring an incredible, inspiring, and artistic lineup of brands and creatives, but to also focus on something which is truly important to me, not just as creator, not just as curator, not just as someone who has a buying background, but also as a consumer. Because I always try to bring together brands who have a very strong appeal when it comes to retail transactions, because most of the people who come to retail fairs, to trade shows, are interested in discovering products, having beautiful products in their store portfolios, but also with the mission and ambition to sell it. So this is why I always try to have a very strong retail buying consumer kind of eye onto the curation I put together. So I want the products which basically are being brought here at the show to be discovered by a lot of the buyers from different department stores, from different boutiques, or to be discovered by the press from all over the world coming here to Copenhagen. But also because of the fact that exactly these pieces they see and discover can also make it into the wardrobes of a lot of the people who read a magazine, and so on and so forth. So transaction and commercial aspect is something very important to me in this whole curation process.
And what has been the feedback from the brands and the designers who's already been part of this?
Oh, it's very lovely for me to always have a million of like thank you notes throughout the show and also after the shows, when so many of the designers are actually saying how appreciative they are of the incredible opportunity they get through Neudeutsch and obviously through the CIFF in this case, to present their work and their creativity and carry it out into like a very, very, very massive platform, which is a multiplier and accelerator of their message, of their visual language, of their creations. So this is why up to now it has been an incredible feedback, and I'm happy to see that more and more and more brands are somehow, you know, proactively asking me, hey, texting me on Instagram, how can we apply or how can we be part of this, which is great. In the end, it is my personal take on the lifestyle industry in Germany, on creativity of German markets. So I basically always single-handedly curate and look at every single brand and item before we bring it over here. So, okay, that was... At least there's only one sentence you can use out of this.
So much. How do platforms like CIFF help amplify the voices of emerging and established designers?
I think I talked about this like in the last sentence, but I can try to put something else together.
Or not.
Although, actually, because I said exactly this, that it's so important for different brands and blends to be present on such a platform, because CIFF as a platform is like attracting all the international buyers and da-da-da-da. So it's definitely in the answer, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What do you hope the visitors coming to CIFF will experience about the collaboration between Neudeutsch and CIFF?
I hope that everyone walking through the area of Neudeutsch here at the CIFF is going to be very positively surprised and is going to be willing to spend a longer moment walking through the fair and stopping at our area, because it's been constructed and compiled to be very modular, very immersive, and to replicate the area of a concept store. The idea is for everyone who stops by the Neudeutsch area to actually engage into the entire stand, into the entire installation, and have a short moment of relaxation, sit down, relax, have a drink, and experience the entire atmosphere of this concept store we're like building up and replicating.
So looking ahead, what are your hopes and ambitions for the future collaborations?
I'm very happy to see that the product has been really well perceived internationally and got so much international attention, not just media-wise, but also B2B-wise. So various other platforms have expressed their interest to host us with a project like this. And I believe this is, in a way, a very pioneering cultural work also for Germany. And in a way, I turned this project, myself, and the whole collective into like an ambassador program, more or less, for German design internationally. And I'm also very happy that the German ambassador here in Copenhagen supported the initiative and is basically also co-hosting various events we're hosting together here. So this also generates and gives another visibility and another weight of the project. So I hope it's going to be basically growing on to be a traveling exhibition format, which is the initial idea which I had while creating it. And it's going to be basically traveling and representing different German designers and creatives in various countries. So be it on a next tour and on a next stop in Seoul and then Tokyo and other cities. So luckily there have been so many people and there have been so many officials writing to me and asking me if we could do a collaboration with this. And what's most important, this is like a philanthropy project of me and of the CIFF in this case, and of any other platform. So the idea is to just bring everyone together on a table at the space in this case, and basically open up and engage each other's networks for something productive.
Why are partnerships so important in today's fashion industry, do you think?
Partnerships, unions, different collectives are incredibly important, not just throughout a particular industry, but also as a whole in humanity, I would say, because it somehow helps every single actor, every single stakeholder participate into something bigger. It's an enabling mechanism for something to grow and to be exposed and expressed into a further scope. So I believe that any collaborative projects are definitely very fruitful for most of the participating brands or actors.
Julian Daynov, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always.